My name is Yuki. I'm a junior university student. I've never thought I could become a university student. Not in my wildest dreams. My mother's a single parent, and ever since I was little, I've only lived with my mom. Despite this, my mom doesn't like me. She often says, "You're good for nothing. Get a job. Give me some money." Even worse, when she gets drunk, she throws things at me, saying, "I wish you'd never been born." So I try my best to stop her doing it. She doesn't have a job, but whenever she gets any money, she goes to pachinko and gambles our money away. Naturally, she was against me continuing my education, even when I was in junior high school. But every time she said it, I explained to her that eventually, university graduates go on to earn more money. I managed to persuade her so I could go to university on a student loan. For me to be independent, I worked part-time and studied hard. While others were busy enjoying their university life, I spent my time working, preparing to leave home, so I could finally be free of my mom. I will do it! I was so determined, and it happened during the summer when I was 18.
You, become a tutor from tomorrow.
What? A tutor?
A daughter of my acquaintance is a high school junior.
Sorry, but I have a part-time job tomorrow.
Cancel it. Just quit it. Look after the girl every day.
Wait, every day? You know I work every day? I can't do that at such short notice.
You have to make it happen. You don't want to be driven out of her home, do you?
What do you mean? What does tutoring her have to do with paying the rent?
I borrowed money off of the father.
Huh?
He said it's no hurry, but he just told me to pay it back all of a sudden. Do you think we have such money to spare?
Borrowed money, you said? How much do you owe?
5 million yen.
That much?
I couldn't help it. Money is tight every month.
It's because you gamble our money away!
It's because you went to university instead of getting a job.
My fault?
Of course. That's why you need to pay back through favors instead of money.
Wait, my tutoring is not free, is it?
Of course it is.
I can't. Even though I received a student loan, I still need money for other things. How can I live with no money?
You can get a job with better money when you're not tutoring.
I'll be exhausted.
Shut up with your nonsense. Of course. You still have to give me 50,000 yen every month as always.
I still have to?
I need money for Pachiko, you fool. I let you live in the room I rent, so show me some gratitude.
I pay the rent for this apartment. The money to live on is paid by me from my part-time work. And any other money that is left, you spend on gambling and lose it all. But if I say this to her, she'll beat me black and blue. So I have to keep my mouth shut. I was forced to contact my part-time employer and ask them to change my shifts so that I can tutor the girl. I got to the house as I was told to. The house was so grand that it couldn't even be compared to my humble home.
I've been waiting.
This is the father of my student, Mr. Darashina, the person to whom my mom owes money.
It's a good thing that my daughter goes to a private high school, but her grades are not great. That's why I need your help.
Of course, sir.
I don't mean to threaten you, but if my daughter's grades don't get better, I'll want the money your mom owes me to be paid back quickly, so keep that in mind.
Huh?
I'm counting on you.
And through a back door, a high school girl came in.
This is my daughter, Rena.
What a unique face.
You've never seen a beauty like her, have you?
Yes.
Daddy, this sorry-looking guy is my tutor. Rena wanted someone handsome to be her tutor.
Don't say that. He's a very smart student at a very clever university.
So he is to become someone important?
I bet. Will you not, Yuki?
I will try my hardest.
Oh, whatever. Just make my grades better real quick then.
This is just the start of my suffering. To my great surprise, her academic skills were on the same level as an elementary school student.
Multipliers? What's that?
How did she get into a high school?
Daddy said if I fill in forms, I can get in. So I guess he bribed someone for me to get in.
Are you happy with that?
It is super uncool to study hard.
She hated to study. She must think I can just wave some kind of magic wand to make her grades better. She doesn't do any homework or anything I tell her to do. She's either on her phone or just chatting with me. Naturally, her grades didn't get better.
What's going on? You tutor her every day, but her grades haven't changed whatsoever.
I'm very sorry to tell you this, but your daughter doesn't want to study.
It's your job to make her motivated.
Well, can you tell me where her motivation lies?
I don't know. If the result of her end-of-term exams aren't good, you will suffer the consequences.
No! I cut down my working hours because of this tutoring, so now I don't have enough money. On top of that, if he demands my mom's 5 million yen debt to be paid now, it's impossible. For a month, I did everything I could to motivate Reina, but it was pointless. Her exam results were terrible.
I told you again and again, yet you failed. You don't seem to be a good tutor.
I'm sorry. Please don't ask me to repay the debt in full straight away. I will repay in small installments.
There is a way you don't have to pay back the debt.
What? Really?
Yes, there is. If you marry my daughter, Rena, you don't have to pay anything.
What?
If you do that, you'll become my son-in-law. I can't ask my son-in-law to repay the debt, can I? Of course, I had permission from your mother, too.
You spoke to Mom?
She was delighted that her debt will be written off.
Wait a second. I'm only a university student. Rena's only a high school junior.
I heard you earn a lot from part-time jobs. You can continue doing so, and after graduation, get a good job at a big company. Reina has turned the legal age of marriage of 16, so there's no problem. At first, she was hung up about your looks, but she was moved by your persistent and caring nature. She wants the marriage. She's a girl, so I'll make her drop out of high school.
But
what is it then? Can you repay me the debt of 5 million yen right now?
I can't do that.
Then you have no choice. Welcome to the Darashina family.
What in the world has happened here? That day, I went to Reina's home in a dazed state. Then,
Yuki, are you alright?
it was the wife of the landlord who greeted me. Yes,
Out of the blue, my husband started to talk about marriage. I'm really surprised.
I'm surprised too.
Huh? I heard you were the one who insisted on marrying our daughter.
What? No way! I mean, well, Reina is an attractive girl, but I would never propose marriage to a high school student.
As I suspected, I thought something was off. Let's talk before Reina comes home.
She led me to the living room, and we talked, but we seemed to be talking about different stories.
What? You have not been paid for the tutoring?
No, my mom owes your husband 5 million yen, so instead of repaying the debt, I'm working as your daughter's tutor for free.
You must be kidding. My husband demands money, nearly 100,000 yen, every month to pay for your tutoring fee.
Huh. That money. At least I haven't seen that money.
I knew something was wrong. I am sorry, Yuki. Don't worry about tutoring today. Go home.
Is that okay?
And this. It's not much, but it's the tutoring fee we owe you so far.
This much? I can't accept this.
Don't worry about it. It's something nice with this money. I need to look into something new.
Her eyes were filled with anger, and I got scared, so I left her home. The next day, and the day after, I was told not to come, so I did as I was told. The wife contacted me with shocking news. It was so shocking I had to read the message 3 times. I was left aghast. Right at that moment, the landlord sent me angry messages to me, without knowing his wife was talking to me.
Hey, you! You haven't visited your future bride for 3 long days. What are you thinking? Do you want to pay back all the debt now?
Can you talk to my mother about the debt? I don't want to be involved anymore.
Don't be ridiculous. A mother's debt is her son's debt. You should be responsible for it too. What do you mean by you don't want to be involved?
I was told by your wife that I can just ignore you.
Huh?
Mr. Darashina, you've been lying to your wife, haven't you? That you're paying me money to be your daughter's tutor?
Did you say anything to my wife?
Yes. What happened happened to the 100,000 yen you demanded from your wife every month? The money you're supposed to be paying me with?
It's none of your business.
Let me guess. It turned into bags and jewelry you gave to a hostess girl named Saurine.
What are you talking about?
The reason why you told my mom to repay her debt all of a sudden is that you spent so much money on her, you ran out of money. You wanted me to marry your daughter because you thought I can pay your debt for you. You can't increase your salary overnight, so you needed another person to earn money. You came up with the idea of using your daughter, who got into a private school but did not want to study, to make me repay your debt for you.
How did you find out about this?
Not me, your wife.
My wife?
My story was so different from what you told her, so she investigated it. She then found out you were spending a lot of money on a hostess girl. And also, you had an affair with my mother too, didn't you? For about 6 months.
Who told you this?
My mom is so careless, so...
You didn't tell my wife, did you?
She said she doesn't care anymore.
You told her. You fool!
I was almost forced to marry your daughter and pay the debt you made. So I can't be dealing with you anymore. Your wife told me to wake up from your lies. A parent's debt is the parent's debt. I have nothing to do with it.
Wait, what about my daughter's feelings?
I have a right to choose a girl I like. So excuse me.
Wait, please wait. Was my wife angry?
She was preparing to demand compensation for the divorce.
I don't have any money.
You can borrow money again from somewhere, provided anyone still wants to lend you money.
I'm begging you. Help me, Yuki. Can you lend me money?
I don't lend money to someone who has no intention of paying it back. After that, my mom sent me messages, non-stop, but I used the information the landlord's wife told me to shut her up for good. Because I had the lingering hope of being part of a family with my mom, I had stayed with her. Until that day, this incident made me realize that I needed to leave home. So I did. The new apartment I rented, Miss Nomaru, after her divorce, offered to be my guarantor. Her name is Nana. She became my guarantor, so my move went smoothly. During that time, I heard that Rena, who was spoiled rotten by her husband, decided to stay with her father. So Nana left home and moved back in with her parents. Little did Rena know that her father owed a lot of money. Mr. Darashina was banking on my money, so he told the debt collectors to wait. But his plan didn't come to fruition. When the debt collectors found out about it, scary-looking men visited his home every day. On top of that, since Nana left the house, it's become so run down, Rena dropped out of her high school and became a recluse. So both father and daughter are living on their own, scared of their own shadows. It's only a matter of time before they go bankrupt. My mom's situation is no better. The sole provider of the family has left, so it was only natural. She has no money to spend on gambling, so she borrowed money from loan sharks and has run away again and again. Her name is on the blacklist, so she can't borrow money from anyone. Yet she's not particularly attractive, so she can't even work in a hostess bar. I saw her the other day waiting in a line for a new pachinko shop to open. I realized then that I was living with a sick person. But what about me? Well, I graduated from university and got a good job at a big company. From now on, I want to associate myself only with good and honest people and be happy.